Hey, what's up, guys? Coach Mack, Play Fast Football. Today, we're going to be taking a look at video on same as plays, okay? And what we're talking about is plays that are built in off of the same type looks and motion. Last video we did on some wing T stuff, and one of the things that I found out and with the people I talked to is that in the wing T series or sequences, there's a lot of plays that look the same, and you have to defend multiple plays off of the same look. And you know, there's some things that I have been doing offensively for a long time as a spread guy, and it's very similar in nature. We try and make things look the same, whether it be off of a motion or off of a backfield set or whatever it may be. You're trying to make things look the same while the defense has to defend multiple things off the same look. So when they see that certain motion or whatever it may be, that they think they're getting a certain type play, but you've got 6 to 8 different things that you are building in, so that window dressing or eye candy or whatever the motion may be, all right, now becomes a little bit different, because when you get that motion, you've got 6 to 8 to 10 different things that you can do off of that motion. So the defense can't just say that with that motion comes these 2 plays, or you know, when they rotate or they handle the motion, they have to understand how they want to handle it, because you've got things off the same motion built in that can attack the defense. And for me, for most of you that have watched any of the stuff I've done, I've said it 1,000 times, I'll say it again, 20 personnel Y off for me is my favorite formation. I think it gives me everything that I want to do in the way I want to attack football teams. I think it gives me lead runs. I think it gives me downhill runs. I think it gives me a fullback sniffer type body that gives me an advantage as a kick-out blocker, lead blocker. He can trap, he can ISO, he can bluff an end and go to the perimeter. He can catch a pass if need be in the flat. So, you know, that type of player for me in a 20 personnel setting, I can get 3 receivers to the front side, 2 receivers to the back side. I can leave 7 in protection and throw the ball downfield. For me, it's everything I want to do. The great thing about formations, though, if you study formations, a lot of the guys that I follow on social media and a lot of the guys where I watch a lot of the stuff that they're putting up on social media, and they have some of their own websites and channels and guys that write articles on football. Everybody talks about their favorite formations, and guys are going to come out and they're going to say, I love unbalanced, and I love quads, and I love empty, and I love bunch, and I love this. Formations are great, and the more passionate you are about what you're teaching, the better chance you're going to have to be a good teacher, and the more your kids will buy into it. Okay, so any formation out there that you love, you can put it up there and say why you love it, what you love to do out of it. That's what's great about football. There's so many different ways to skin a cat that guys can argue and say, well, I love getting in this unbalanced formation, and I love getting into this trips formation, and I love getting into this double tight 12 personnel, 2x2 set with 2 tight ends and 1 back. And you can argue those things several different ways. Be passionate about what you like, and make sure you understand that you study what you like and you know how to attack out of what you like. There is no right or wrong answer. Don't ever let somebody tell you that this certain way to run the football. I'll see guys online all the time talk about inside the 5-yard line, you got to be under center and you got to run this. No, you don't. You got to run what works and get the ball in the end zone. If you think it's running it 4 times from 22 personnel, double tight, lead sets, or whatever it may be, okay, so be it. If you think that under center is better for you than the shotgun, okay, so be it. If you really look at it, unless you run quarterback sneak or some type of fullback dive or wedge, if the quarterback under center reverses out or opens up and hands off to a tailback, he's probably going to hand that ball off 3 to 4 yards deep. Well, the shotgun meshes usually happen 4 to 5 yards deep, so what are you losing in a shotgun, a yard? There is no right or wrong way. There's an effective way for you to do things the way you want to do them, and you need to do them that way. Don't let anybody tell you that there's a certain way that you have to play. All right? You play the way that you want to play, all right? And you got to have success, or you don't have to have success. If somebody else gets the ball in the end zone, if you take equal parts, and the players on both sides of the ball are equal, and you put a team on a 5-yard line, and a certain style gets in the end zone more than a certain style, well, then you know what? That style's better. But in high school football and in the game of football, it's almost impossible to justify what system or what style is better from short yardage, goal line, or anything else. You can't justify the statistics. You're almost never going to get an even playing field. If you take a team with 12 Division I kids and put them in the eye under center, they're probably going to score every time they touch the football. If you put them in the shotgun, they'll probably score every time they touch the football. There's no real quantitative way in high school to justify what is better. What's better is what you love to do and what you can teach and fix and what you can sell to kids so that they buy into it. All right? Now, when I talk about RPOs, the thing I love about RPOs so much is I can go to my line coach and say, hey, listen, when we're in one back this week, we're going to see a 4-1 box with 2 overhangs. We can RPO the overhangs. Give me your best run with our kids that you love to that 5-man box. All right? I don't care if it's trap. I don't care if it's G-fold, tackle, wrap. I don't care what it is, midline. I can go to my O-line coach and say, listen, what's our best run to this 5-man box? If I get into a 2-back setting, I can say, what's our best run to this 6-man box? All right, so when you're in the RPO world and you're trying to throw off of extra defenders, you can go to your O-line coach and say, listen, here's the box. We got 6 helmets. Give me our best run that you love. Now guys, as O-line coaches, can come up and say, man, I love this scheme. I love the trap. I love the belly. I love the lead. I love the power. I love the counter. All right, that's great. We can do all those things. As long as it's 6-on-6 or 5-on-5, we can do them all. That's what I think makes RPOs so great. The only thing I might argue about the RPOs is, you see a lot of talk about wide zone stuff. Wide zone's probably maybe the best football play out there. Okay? But I don't think it's the best RPO football play out there because the wide zone stuff, when you are trying to, if you're running wide zone towards a 3 technique and you're trying to have the center either knock the 3 technique out and climb to the mic when he comes downhill or overtake the 3 and bump the guard up to the mic, all right, any wide zone stuff you study, the center and the tailback better be in conjunction with each other. Alex Gibbs talks about it all the time. If your center's ahead of your tailback, you don't have a tailback. If your tailback's ahead of your center, you don't have a center. You can only do that, all right, and to be a consistent wide zone team, you need to be in a home eye or pistol-based setting where the meshes can happen somewhere near the front side A-gap and you can get the timing that you need to attack the press point with that back. When you do it from a sidecar or an offset back, yeah, you can do it, but I don't think it's the same play because I don't think the timing, the mesh, the press, I don't think those things add up from a sidecar position. So it's very tough to RPO when a quarterback has to turn his back to make some type of mesh. Okay, so the wide zone would be the only thing that a lot of O-line coaches would argue, all right, the play is great from any formation, all right, the play doesn't have to go in a set spot. It's not a D-gap play. It's a D-gap to backside A-gap, possibly B-gap play. So it's a play that can hit in 6 different gaps. It is a phenomenal, phenomenal football play. All right? Takes a lot of work to coach. Got to sell out to it, but it's a phenomenal football play. But I don't think it ties in with RPOs as good as some other stuff. Now, I know you can wide zone RPOs or RPO wide zones. I know you can do it from a sidecar. I know you can do it with a in-front mesh. All right? I don't think the play is the same that way as it is from home base, tailback, under center, or pistol set. I think it marries up better. But that's the deal with RPOs. I can normally go to an O-line coach, or I can go to any O-line coach and say, hey, look, here's the box. We got these helmets. Give me your best play. O-line coaches love that stuff. They love to come out and say, look, you'll see it all the time on social media. Hey, here's a trap play straight downhill. Boom. Here's an ISO, smash mouth. Here's this. Guys love that stuff. So why not give them a chance to run that stuff versus the same hats in the box and say, hey, coach, look, you love the trap? Let's run the trap and let's RPO the 6th and 7th hat. That's why I love RPO football so much. Today we're going to talk about same as plays where you can do all these things and make them look the same. So we're going to talk about it out of 20 personnel. All right? And we can RPO them. We can do, there's anything we want we can do out of it. Today's talk is not RPO talk. Today's talk is same as. So I've got it drawn up right now as 2-back, sidecar, sniffer in the strong set, and for right now we got these guys stacked, okay? They don't have to be stacked, they don't need to be. I'm not a big fan of stacked receivers. We do it sometimes, not all the time, but I'm going to keep them stacked here for right now to show a little bit different look, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this player right here in motion, okay? And I'm going to do it on every play, and I'm going to show you how you can run same as plays to where this can start off as window dressing or eye candy, but it can also become a part of the play that you want to run. All right, so let's just say, for argument's sake, you start off with bringing this motion inside, all right, and then you just run traditional power, all right. All right, now let's say maybe we had an access route over here, and this guy's going to keep on going in this direction. All right, and then we're going to get on the front side of it, let's just say for argument's sake, we go and block the corner, right? So right now you got a traditional power play, off a motion coming, all right? Tough to handle that seventh guy hanging apex right there, but for right now we're not talking about handling extra fitters. What we're talking about is same as plays. So we bring this guy in motion and we run the power play, all right? Away from the motion, away from the window dressing, away from the eye candy. All right, so we get that power play going. Excuse me. Sorry, let me grab the eraser. We get that power play going with that window dressing. All right. Now let's say right after that now with the same motion off the power play, we come back and we run buck sweep. All right, so that now we've got that 5 technique. We're running power. He wants the wrong arm and spill, so now we come back and we go down here. We go straight through the midline of this guy's body because we think he's going to be a spill player. We just ran power. He's getting kicked. His coach is hollering wrong arm. Now we want to go straight through his midline. Don't let him penetrate by doing that. If he squeezes, we'll get him hooked. All right, and now we're going to get first guard out on the force player. We're going to go back there. We're going to get second guard out and around, hopefully looking to clean up what's inside. All right, we still have, all right, the slot receiver in a position here to go in and crack the mic. All right, so now we're going to leave this corner out here on an island. All right, if we got the box cleaned up, maybe that second puller can get out there. If he can't get out there, you know what? Let that corner make the tackle on buck sweep. We're fine with that. Let corners make tackles. So we crack the mic. We bring the first puller out. Try and get that force player. Take the second puller as security around. He can either turn, all right, if they are getting back to where you got the will running fast, he can turn, or he may even make his way out here to possibly get that corner, right? Simple buck sweep, down blocks, pulls, pull and kick on the force, pull and get around and secure either inside the box, inside out, or if there's nothing coming, he can go get a corner or a safety, just like Gus Malzahn, Auburn, the way they run it. This is the way we run it out of our two-back stuff. And the thing is, you're manipulating the 5 technique because we also run tight zone and we also run zone read and a lot of other things. So you're manipulating the response of the 5 technique. If you run power and counter and he's got to spill it, now when he goes to spill the stimulus of the down block, now you get him hooked. Right? So same motion, same as power, now same as buck sweep, right? So far that motion was kind of eye candy and you know, it was window dressing. Well, now we can come back and off that motion, maybe we can get that guy involved a little bit. All right, so now maybe we can come back with the same type deal and we bring that guy in motion. And now this, again, they may have a different way of playing stacks or bunches, so it's not as easy to just draw it up. All these things are great on a whiteboard. You draw it up this way and block who you want to block. We all know that's not how it happens. All right, we all know that there's moving parts and there's different fronts, and I don't know how they're going to play the stack, but for argument's sake right now it's kind of irrelevant. We're talking about same as, so we're going to bring this guy in motion here, right? And now let's say we want to run our split zone. So now we want to run tight zone here. All right, and now we want to bring the sniffer back. All right, and we're going to bluff the end. So the sniffer is going to go around the end, and he's going to wrap up on the first thing inside out. We're going to run tight zone, read, and now that eye window dressing kind of eye candy, whatever you want. Now all of a sudden he's involved. He's the pitch man. All right, and we're running some version of triple option. All right, so now we've got that same motion coming where we ran power and buck sweep. Now we bring the same motion and we go triple off a tight zone. Okay, now we go triple off a tight zone and we go regular tight zone, which is part of our base. Come over here to kick. He's getting a down block flow away, so we know we're going to probably get a wrong arm. When he goes to wrong arm, we dip and we go and we're ready to seal inside out, because if teams play rock back or fallback gaps, we're thinking that this Will's going to come back here, this Mike's going to come down in here, and then we'll get the weak safety down as a support guy, which is okay because we're going to pitch off him, because now with the motion guy coming, motion, power, motion, buck, motion, tight zone, bluff, triple. Now we've got the motion guy involved. All right, so those are all same as from the same setting. Those are all same as plays. Same as motion, same as motion. All right, and now we've got ourselves, all right, in a situation where within the same as system, all those plays look the same, and we've now got power, we've now got buck, and now we've got bluff, zone bluff, triple, right? So now even if you wanted to, all right, so let's go same as play action. So now we've showed all those hard ball looks, right? And we've showed that same motion. And we've showed power, we've showed buck, we've showed tight zone. So now we're getting a tendency with that motion that we're hard ball running. Okay, so now let's go same as motion. All right, and let's go ahead and full slide the line, one gap to the left. Go hard. Either you can go outside run like the buck look, or you can go the power look. Bring him across his face. Drop the quarterback back, and let's go ahead and go post. All right, climb, over route, Y cross. Keep the motion guy going into the flat as a check down for the quarterback. So now off of those hard ball runs and off the same motion, we've got 7-man protection, and we've got post over the top, Y cross, flat route, check down to the motion guy. So now we got same as motion, 2 back power, same as motion, 2 back buck, same as motion, all right? And now we've got off the same as motion, we've got play action pass, all right, with a 3-man route combination. Post over the top, Y cross, here comes motion guy in the flat as a check down, all right? So same as motion are talking about deals where you're running the same plays, making everything look the same, all right, for the defense. All right, so you're running all the same plays, making it look the same. All right, another version of same as, I'll just real quickly give you another version of same as. If we were to be like 2 by 2, let's say we're 2 by 2, and we offset the back to this side here. Okay, and we come with some jet sweep type motion here. All right, so let's say 2 by 2, and we bring this guy in jet motion. All right, and let's say the first thing we do is power read. Okay. All right, we're going to go power read here. We're going to read the defensive end with a mesh from the motion player. All right, and we're either going to give based on the squeeze, or we're going to pull and run Q power, right? Nothing new, nothing revolutionary. So we start off in 2 by 2 with that motion. And you go with the power read play. Okay, we come back off the power read play, and we come back 2 by 2, and now what we're going to do is we're going to run the same motion, and we're going to come back and we're going to run a tackle wrap. So now we're going to bring same motion here, bring them across, same as, base to 3 technique, double the 1 to the mic, base or pass set to 5, bring the tackle across.
Good afternoon, Ray.
Hey, afternoon announcements.
Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day, December 7th.
It's not a perfect world out there. These are live blogs, so
In infamy, that's Franklin.
hopefully you guys can still hear what I'm saying. You can hear Mr. Anderson on the announcements. So we got motion coming here. We got dart, tackle, wrap. All right, we're bringing the tackle across, wrapping there. We're going to read this end.
Monday, December 11th.
Going to get everybody out in front there. We got jet sweep coming, read the end squeezes jet sweep, end widens outside, quarterback runs. All right, the dart play going the other way. So now we've got power read, now we've got dart read going there.
OPHS Cafeteria, the Raider Band and Chorus will present a holiday extravaganza. Music starts at 7 o'clock. And then also don't forget the OPHS annual food drive will be run through tomorrow.
All right, so now
non-perishable food items in the cafeteria. You can also
same as motion
in room 203. All donations will benefit OPHS.
And now we're going to run zone slice. So we're going to go same as motion, make it look like the jet sweep and everything else. All right, we are going to run
help benefit waste not and whatnot. Girls basketball, good luck to them as they take on Middleburg right here.
Inside zone. And now what we're going to do is we're going to put the motion guy, when we snap the ball, he's going to go into the flat behind the line of scrimmage. And now we're going to read off the defensive end to give inside zone or pull and throw him the ball in the flat as the slice play. All right, so we're going to bring him across, and then it's going to look like power read and dart read. He's going to go snap the ball, keep going across, but now turn and look for the ball behind the line of scrimmage so that we can block these two players right here, right? And we have same as motion. Take the same play, same as motion, okay? Same as motion, but when he gets to here, bring him back, and now go zone triple. Don't block the pitch key, get up on the free safety, and now go zone triple, right? Same as motion. It's the same motion coming across, giving you everything that you want to give. So you had power read, same as motion, dart read, same as motion, zone slice, same as motion, zone triple, right? Same as motion, play action. All right, so turn the line back away from the play action, one gap away. Take a back up inside, take the motion player on the edge, quarterback drop back, and now whatever you want, depending on the coverage you're seeing, you can go post, wheel front side, back side climb. You can go double post. If you're seeing a lot of quarter stuff, you can go double post, front side, right? You can go climb, shallow, whatever you want on the back. If you prefer, you can go post, dig, shallow on the backside. You can do whatever you want because now off the same as motion, you now have a play action pass. So it's the same as motion, giving you power read, dart read, giving you zone slice, zone triple, okay? Play action pass. Depending on what type of player this is, you could also go, if this is a player that is physical enough to do it, you can bring him in motion this way, and now you could go zone kick, all right, where now you go from this motion position, you snap the ball, and he goes right here to kick. You run the zone play. All right, and you kick the 5 technique here. All right, and then you just have to watch what the will's doing. If the will's falling back in the box, then you have to have some things that you can do to handle the will falling back in the box. So now if you know that that's the situation, change your ID to the will, make the will the mic. If you know that when you motion in, get your center and your guys to work the zone out to the will, make that the -1, and then because of the motions, if he's a hang player wider, obviously you got to know when you motion a guy, and this is why I'm not a huge motion guy unless they're going to be built in the same as plays like this setting, because when I motion, I think it changes the picture for my guys. So I got with the O-line, if this is the box, we're going to declare that as the mic in our zone stuff. As soon as we motion, if this backer comes back in the box, if this were the box that we were seeing, zone left, he would be the mic. So I think that picture changes. So you got to understand when that picture changes, you got to change your IDs. And so I'm not the biggest motion trade guy, but I love same as motion stuff. So we used to run 5, 6 plays out of this motion here. We would throw a screen back to the X. We would throw a screen to the tail. Bottom line is you're given the defensive picture with window dressing and eye candy, same as motion, same as motion, same as motion, making them defend multiple things. All right, so same as motion is a great way to defend. You see it all the time now in the college game. Spread teams with the jet, power off the jet, counter off the jet, flip sweep to the jet guy, speed sweep stuff, play action passes. With tempo, make the defense see the same picture over and over again and have 5, 6, 7 ways to attack off of the same picture. That to me is way tougher to defend than 35 formations with 3 plays out of each formation, because what will happen is formationally, teams will get dependent upon the formation, and when you study it enough, you'll go, hey, they got 35 formations, but in this formation, they can only run these 2 or 3 things. They got 35 formations, but when they get to certain formations, they can't do it. Teams that can shift, trade, motion you, formation you, and run all their offense out of those things, those teams are a nightmare to defend. All right, but a lot of guys in high school, when they shift, trade, motion you, or they out formation you, they draw up all these formations on napkins and they look great, but they can only run 3 plays out of them. So that to me isn't as tough to defend. Get in a formation with a motion, a trade, or a shift that has 6, 8, 10 different things, runs and passes out of it. That's how I think you play good offense, and that's how I think, to me, is tougher to defend. All right, or go out and get yourself 11 D1 guys, line up in double tight or unbalanced, and just maul somebody right down the middle with power eye or direct snap or single wing or whatever you want to run, because when the dudes get involved, it's not going to make a difference. So we're talking schemes, we're talking about having fun, we're talking about being passionate about what you love to do and how you have fun. So today it's same as play, same as motion, trying to get the defense to see the same thing, make them defend different things off the same looks. All right, I hope you guys enjoy the video. All right, approaching 1.5 million views on YouTube. I couldn't be happier about everything that we've been doing, and all the followers. Thank you so much for everything you do. Congrats and shout outs to all the guys that have started their own YouTube stuff, that are doing videos now. Keep the network going, keep people learning, keep the game growing. Everybody attacking it, saying football's going away. Football's not going anywhere. Keep these videos and these channels up, and keep everybody informed, and let's all work together to get better. All right, if I don't do a video before Christmas, you guys have a great holiday. Remember, you don't play well till you play fast. See you next time.